This woman got married for money and instantly regrets it. One fateful day, the bride-to-be, Kathy, steps into a fortune teller's shop. Madame Vornau, right? I heard you could tell the future.
She heard correctly, didn't she, Trotsky?
Aw, love that. Alright, let's get down to business. The price of admission is $20, and for that small fee, Madame Vorna will use her patented second sight to sense the vibrations of the soul. Yeah, I don't know, I was never into astrology. The session begins, and Madame Vorna clues us in on the obvious. You are a working woman who wants to marry a rich man. Come on now, I could have guessed that. Then, she shares a revelation. Today, you will lose your job.
Forget it. My boss is out of town. You just made a big mistake.
In this area, I do not make mistakes, not even small ones. The mysterious mystic carries on, sharing that by the end of the day, Kathy will have already found a new job. Alright, I've heard enough of this baloney. Bye! Not so fast. Doggy Boy hasn't dismissed you yet. Fortunately, Kathy escapes his grasp and smoothly transitions to her office. She complains to her coworker about the lackluster experience before, surprise, surprise, her boss came back early. Miss Finch, you know very well our lunch breaks only last 1 hour, and your time card states you arrived 25 minutes late.
Pack up and get out now.
On her shameful walk home, Kathy spots a naughty bar owner firing one of his well-equipped employees.
Where will I ever find another waitress? Hey, you!
Well, I'll be damned. We cut back to Madame Vorna's establishment where Kathy admits she was right, but only because her stupid clock was slow. Well, so it was, but you weren't unemployed for long, were you? Told you so, I am the best.
Right, Trotsky?
Next up, some good news. Madame Vorna reveals that a great deal of money will be entering Kathy's life soon. But first, there will be a man in black, and Kathy will be in white.
It is your wedding.
That's great. Can you tell me more about the money? Turns out, her future husband will not be wealthy at the time of their marriage. Forget it then. I want a man that's already loaded. I want a house and a boat and diamonds. Look, best I can do is a picture of a monkey. Stop, don't do that. Moving on, Madame Vorna assures her that her mans will soon inherit a
Great deal of money.
before dying in a violent manner. I'm gonna be a rich widow. You will meet him tonight. He is a very large man. Meh, I like him big. At her new job, Kathy complains about the crappy tips to her boss, to which he reminds her that the sign outside says big tip, not big tips. Then, an absolute unit of a chunky boy walks in. Kathy takes his order before he asks for a little side of her. Hey, are you playing hard to get? I would say impossible to get. Then, she gets his drink.
One Rob Roy for the fat boy.
Ha, got him. Suddenly, it dawns on Kathy that this is the large man she's destined to be with. Later in the night, Mr. Chonker propositions Kathy once more. I just don't take no for an answer. In response, she skedaddles out of there. Though, he follows. He looms behind her before closing in. We're gonna be together, baby. It's destiny. I can feel it. Ah, no! Kathy rushes back to Madame Vorna, begging her to tell her that that man is not the one. Don't worry, sweetie. Like I said, he will inherit the fortune after marriage, and then he will be gone. Here, have a snack to get your mind off things. Trotsky loves them. One day, Kathy has lunch with her friend and updates her on Madame Vorna's pernicious predictions. They speculate on how the big boy is gonna meet his end. Maybe a car will get him. No, he's too big. It'll have to be a truck. Or maybe he'll just choke after a big meal. Fitting. Then, Kathy's friend pushes her to seal the deal and get married.
You gotta go for it.
At night, Kathy chats with her boss when her future mans pulls up. Oh, this man is a vibe. Kathy walks up to serve him, and he once again tries to get her to go on a date with him. After what I'm sure was an intense internal debate, Kathy gives in. Okay, anyway, what's your name?
Take Mr. Charlie Marno.
Oh god. Oh, we're at the movies. Charlie hits her with the other hand before finally making touchdown. Then, they have some Chinese food. You know, I love this stuff, except for one thing. What, you feel like eating again 20 minutes later? How did you know that? I think it was an educated guess. Afterwards, they do a little dancing. Ouch! Charlie assures her that he's very light on his feet. Yeah, I just wish you were light on mine. What was that?
I said you're such a delight to meet.
Nice save. The night concludes and Charlie drops her off, but not before. Please don't. She's fine, guys. The next day, Charlie confesses his undying love for Kathy. I'm crazy about you. Marry me. Before blindly saying yes, Kathy does a little due diligence. So, is there anyone in your family that could help us if there was an emergency? You know, someone rich? Oh, there's just my uncle. He owns a factory and it's worth
A lot.
Say less, fam. Yes, I'll marry you.
Till death do us part.
Kathy, come to bed. Oh no, poor lady. Anyway, we're treated to a little montage of married life. Kathy cleans. Hey, you missed a spot. She cooks.
I love married life.
And she washes. We cut to another bed scene where Kathy uses the classic headache maneuver to get out of a potentially sticky situation. Then she asks about Charlie's uncle. You heard from him lately? Nah, why would I hear from him? He's out west with his family. What? Family? Enraged that Charlie's inheritance might never come to fruition, Kathy storms off. Afterwards, she pays a sour visit to Madame Vorna. I've spent 3 months with this pig because of you. You're a dang phony. As Kathy storms off, Madame Vorna assures her that he will inherit the money and he will die.
Vorna is always right.
Spooky. One day, while doing some shopping, Kathy is suddenly surrounded by reporters. Congratulations, ma'am. You are our 1 millionth customer. So, we're giving you $1 million. How does it feel? Madame Vorna is a dumb what?
Babe, the thrill of be rich.
Nice save. Anyway, Kathy arrives home, donning some new drip. Sheesh. She wastes no time packing her bags, but spares some to bully poor Charlie. I've had my last dose of...
Charlie Marno.
You're a creep with a smelly sewer of a body. Peace out. Bye. However, Charlie isn't ready to let her go, so Kathy helps him get acquainted with the ground. Keep the clothes. They smell like you anyway. Though, Charlie becomes empowered with the strength of 1,000 men, and manages to stand up. He's heavy, okay? Then, he grabs onto Kathy and asks if she can feel the love in the air. But it was merely a fart. Kathy shoos him away once more and heads towards the door. Charlie, on the other hand, returns to the kitchen and grabs a knife. He marches towards a now panicked Kathy before locking her in. Just put the knife down. Poor choice of words. Not in the Charlie. So, yeah, he did technically inherit a fortune from his wife after he bopped her. And now, he meets his violent end. In the aftermath, Madame Vorna watches the news with the light.